Hey everyone, welcome to the Enchantment of the Seas ship tour. Kayla and I just got off a 9-night cruise that went to Bermuda, CocoCay, and Nassau at a cruise port of Baltimore. And this is going to be an express tour. We're going to show you all the main areas on the ship. If you're looking for something more in depth that shows you things like Adventure Ocean and the arcade, this may not be the tour for you. We're going to show you all the key areas and enjoy the tour. Okay, it's a beautiful day here aboard the Enchantment of the Seas. We're on a 9-day cruise to Bermuda, CocoCay, and Nassau. I'm going to link the vlog for you if you want to see our whole experience, but today I'm just going to show you a little ship tour as we got to know the ship over the course of our 9-day cruise. So first we're going to start with the pool deck. So here's the pool deck for the Enchantment of the Seas. They have 3 pools and 6 hot tubs. 2 of them are here on the main pool deck, and then one is over in the Solarium with 2 hot tubs there. And let's keep moving along and I'll show you the rest of the pool deck. So as we continue down the aft of the ship, we're going to have the rock climbing wall and also some beautiful views that you can take in. A lot of fun. You have to make sure that you're wearing shoes, pants, and shirts and sign a waiver and go at the designated time. But it's a lot of fun, and then check out these views back here. Up ahead, they have some quiet lounging areas on the top. Even though this ship right now is at 85% capacity roughly, there still seems to be quite a few chairs open, especially on the top over here. And it's a perfect place to read a book or just relax and not be bothered. As you may have noticed, this whole time I'm walking around the jogging track. They have this on the top deck of the cruise, and it's a great way to get your steps in and burn a little extra calories or just keep up some sort of fitness routine. They have this on all the Royal Caribbean ships, so just keep an eye out for that. What I like to do is every hour I like to do a lap around the ship, just because with all the eating and drinking, it's a good way to keep up a little bit of exercise while you're cruising. So yeah, you can see the big TV screen and the pool bar down there. They have one bar down here, and not like some that have the lime and coconut. They do have really great service on here. They're always, it's never hard to find a time to get a drink, so kudos to the staff here. So next I'm going to show you the Solarium. There's a lot of people in there right now, so I'll just show you around really quickly. But there's going to be the 2 hot tubs and the 1 pool and the 1 Solarium bar. On this itinerary in particular, it was a very popular place. So there were people getting up early in the morning and, reserving their pool chairs. So just keep that in mind. You don't want to be a chair hog, but the chairs will go quickly. And there's also the Solarium Bistro in the back that has some food for you. Back here's the Solarium Bistro. They also have the Park Cafe, which you can get salads. There's no pizzas or anything here right now, but this is where you would get it. And over here is going to be the Park Cafe. So that's the Solarium there. We'll head back into the ship and start showing you some of the decks. Continuing with deck 9, we have the Windjammer. Now this was a bit of a smaller Windjammer than you may have been used to if you've cruised with Royal Caribbean before. They tend to have all the Royal Caribbean like classic Windjammer items, the same breakfast foods and desserts, fruit, and they have the drink station with coffee and tea. However, they didn't have things like the gluten-free section, which we were a little disappointed in, as Kayla is celiac, as you may know, and didn't feel comfortable eating there. So what we did is we ate in the main dining room for the most part for breakfast, and it was a pleasant surprise. We actually had a lot of good foods there, and we prefer it. And unless we're in a rush, we'll be going to the main dining room. Last thing to talk about on deck 9 is the gym. So here is the spin class area, and they have all the treadmills and ellipticals looking over the ocean. It's quite nice, and they have a set of free weights there for basically everything you're looking to do while you're on a cruise. It wasn't the best gym setup that I'd seen from some of the previous ships, but I think it'll get the job done if you're just looking to keep up a fitness routine on your vacation. Okay, now we're on deck 6. I'm going to bring you through the shops. They have things like the port merchants where you can get not only duty-free alcohol, but you can get like Advil or anything you forgot on your vacation, such as toiletries, things like that, medications. And they actually run all their kind of sales right here on deck 6 in the middle of the shop area. So yeah, there was basically like some sort of sale going on every day. They also have the Royal shop where you can get things like the Royal Caribbean swag, which we bought the Enchantment of the Seas hoodie. They also have a perfume shop and a jewelry store and those kinds of things. If you want to purchase those kind of items, they have them on board, duty free. And now we're going to be moving our way through the photo area. So it's right behind me, but what I have to do is stay further apart because I can't take photos of photos here. What I found interesting is actually still use the old hard copy photos of some of the pictures. Instead of using like the new ships, they do the digital ones, and it's still going the old way on the Enchantment. So as we continue through the photo area, we come through the kind of like computer lab area. Across from that is my favorite place, Latitudes. And Latitudes is a place where you can get coffees and teas and also Ben & Jerry's for an extra cost. And right in front of Latitudes brings us to the Centrum area of the ship. This area here is where they do everything such as like dance classes or morning stretches. They also do karaoke here in the Centrum, and other fun little games along the way. It's kind of the central hub of the ship. As you progress into the Centrum, they have a bar down below, and that is the R bar. That's where you can get all your drinks and cocktails for the events in this area. So also on deck 6, you're going to have Chop's Grill, which is the steakhouse available on board. I'm not sure how much you can see in there, but here's the menu right here. So you can feel free to pause there if you want to take a closer look at the menu. It's also available online. You can just look up Chop's Grill menu, Royal Caribbean. Keeping up with deck 6, next we have the Schooner Bar. Now they're doing a trivia in there right now, so I'm just going to do a walkthrough of it, and we can talk about it on the other side. But it's one of the more popular bars on Royal Caribbean, and they always do their trivias and like piano nights and that sort of thing in the Schooner Bar. So let's take a look. And right through the Schooner Bar is the Spotlight Lounge. Now, on this cruise, this is where they did all the game shows, such as Majority Rules. They did that. If you follow it along your vlog, they also did a Royal Mystery, which is more of a murder mystery. It's the first time we did that, so that was pretty cool. They have a bar here. It's completely decorated for the art auction taking place later today, but they also do the Hush Silent Party in here. They also did bingo in here, so a lot of the activities will happen in the Spotlight Lounge. And also, without all the art right here, there's actually a beautiful sightline of the aft of the ship, and you can just sit and relax sometimes, and Kayla and I definitely did that. The last thing on deck 6 is going to be the theater, at least one of the levels of the theater. Now it's closed right now because they're doing rehearsals or something, but I hope I got some shots of it earlier, so I'll play the clip of that now.
Okay, so we are on deck 5. This is where you'll find the casino. We are on a sea day today, so we actually can't take the camera into the casino right now, but we do have some B-roll footage that we'll play for you now, but you can kind of see it behind me. So if you enjoy gambling, they have a pretty great casino on board. Okay, so just through the casino, we are at Boleros. Great place to grab a pre-dinner drink, and they also have some of the trivias and games in these, so pay attention to your cruise compass, it'll tell you, but let's take a look. So like we mentioned, Boleros is a great place to come if you want to sit, get some ocean views, or if you want to partake in the trivia. They have a lot of great trivia options in Boleros, and they also do a lot of great live music and dancing and dance classes. It's also the perfect place to come and grab a pre-dinner drink. Right now it's closed, but each of the restaurants have kind of a special list of drinks that you can get, so check your Royal app and see what drinks are special to each restaurant. Okay, and just through Boleros, we're going to head into the Atrium area. So this is where you'll find things like guest services. They'll actually have seating around the Atrium, so if there's something happening in the Centrum, you can grab one of these chairs, take a peek at what's going on. There's live music, there's dancing, there's trivia, there's all sorts of stuff that happens in the Centrum. If you have any issues, just to my right is guest services. Fabulous people here will help you with whatever you need. We actually had to come and change our room, so this is where we came. Shore excursions, if you want to book something through Royal Caribbean, you can come here and they'll help you book whatever excursion they offer. Okay, and right through there is the My Fair Lady dining room, so this is where we come for dinner every night. It's got great ocean views. I actually love the placement of this restaurant because I find that it's not too rocky. Even on the rocky days, I find this is a great dining room. Not a lot of movement on the ship. So on this ship, the My Fair Lady dining room is 2 levels, so it's on levels 4 and 5. And as you can see, it's a beautiful dining room. And so for those of you like me who like coming to main dining room, right outside main dining room, they always have their menu for the day right outside, so you can see all your starters, your main courses, and your desserts. So even before you head into the dining room, you know exactly what you're having that night. The main dining room is actually open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner most days, so it's a really great option if you're not a fan of the crowds in the Windjammer. And the last thing is chef's table. Now, chef's table is a really cool option. You pay a little bit extra for it, but it does a lot of wine pairings with foods. There was actually an option to do chops and chef's table for cheaper than what they had advertised it before the cruise. So when you get on board, look for a little table with a guy in a chef's hat, and they might be advertising a bonus for chef's table and chops. Okay, so now you can see we are up at the Viking Crown Lounge. Viking Crown Lounge is up on deck 11, so it's way up at the top. It's a great place to come for a drink. It's also got some of the best views on the ship. So you can pretty much see all the way around. You can see the pool deck from here. It's a great place to grab a drink. It's nice and quiet, so if you want to come up and play a card game, or if you want to read a book, you just want to be undisturbed throughout the day, it's a great place to come up. The other great thing about the Viking Crown Lounge is late at night around 9:30, they have a DJ up here, and this kind of becomes a little bit more of a party zone. And then as we walk up here, this is going to take us to the Diamond Lounge. You can only come to this area, Diamond Club, sorry, if you are a Diamond member on Royal Caribbean ships. So we are 2 days away from that. One day we will be able to take you on a tour, but unfortunately, you need your card to access the Diamond Lounge. So what you would do is if you had your Diamond Club card, you would put it in here, it would open this area, and you get access to different drinks, different snacks, stuff like that, and you get to mingle with other Diamond Club members. And the last thing up here on deck 11 is the Concierge Club. So this is an area for suite members and I believe Pinnacle members. So you can come in here. It's got really cozy seating. I'm sure they have all sorts of goodies in there too, just like they do at the Diamond Club. But yeah, you just insert your key in, and if you have the right access levels, you get to hang out out there.
So that concludes the tour of the Enchantment of the Seas. So if you're wondering why we didn't cover the rest of the decks, because deck 2, 3, and deck 7 and 8 are just mainly staterooms. So that's all there is to see. It's a smaller ship, but we hope this helped and you have a better idea to help you find your way around once you first get aboard. And if you're cruising soon, then I'm excited for you and hope you have a good vacation.
Mm-hmm. And if you ever find yourself lost on these pool decks, a lot of the time in the stairwells, they have a cruise compass that you can actually just digitally touch. It'll bring up a map. You can actually pick a place where you want to go, and it'll map out the route for you. So
yeah, and don't forget, we did a 9-day trip out to Bermuda, Nassau, and CocoCay along the Enchantment of the Seas in May. So if you want to check out our vlog, I'll link that for you in the description below.